Whew. Whew. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know, my name is Dedan Willantis, and I'm an artist in the Adirondack Mountains of New York. And today I had to run out to my small log cabin that I built because we just got a huge snowstorm over the past couple days. Bigger than we've had in a long time. So I had to come out and shovel off the roof. But everything's holding up pretty well in here, and this is my little kind of hangout area studio, and I just wanted to check up on it after the big storm and make sure everything's okay back here. So here is looking out the front door of the studio. And I had to snowshoe my way back here. And where the snow is compacted on the trail right here, that's actually where I snowshoed, so it's a lot deeper than that, but that's how far I sunk in with my snowshoes. And we had a really a good 2 feet of snow up on the roof of the cabin, so I shoveled that off, and I am just getting ready to reorganize the studio here. It's a little messy from having a game night in here. Alright, I think I'm going to turn this video into a small, kind of short cabin tour for you guys, because I don't think I've really done that yet on the channel. So I'm going to show you guys around the studio and talk about what I did to build this little log cabin. So this isn't something I've done before. This is my first build like this, and I have no experience at all prior. I just really wanted to build something small like this, and this cabin is about 10 foot by 10 foot, so just a little 100 square foot cabin, one room. As you can see, it's just a little shack, and I built this with downed trees or dead trees on my property, and a lot of them were still up and I had to cut down. So these first 4 layers here are locust, and that's a really hard rot resistant wood that I wanted to use for the base layers. You can see over here too. And then from there I just used whatever downed trees that were about the same thickness as each other. And on the joints, I notched all of the logs just about exactly like a Lincoln log pattern, where you have the flat joint and then a flat cap on top from the next log. So they're just little notches that overlap each other in the corners. And then for each corner I put a pin in after 3 logs or so. That would connect all the joints together. And then throughout I kind of put some that would go, I would drill out from the top of this log to the one underneath and put a pin or a dowel between the two to connect them. And I also used some timber lock screws. I used these timber lock screws to also connect when I felt like it wasn't a secure connection. So these, you can see, would connect a couple logs at a time. This is the front door where you enter. I have a little coat rack with some spikes, and this is a shed that I found. I just have this scrap window that I picked up for free that I used for some light looking out the back. There's a gully down there that gets quite a bit of water in the springtime. And moving on to the heat source, I picked up this small potbelly wood stove. It chipped off right here on this air vent, but fully functioning. I've used it to heat this place plenty of times, and just this tiny potbelly stove, once I light it up and let it burn out, I can get this place up to almost 80 degrees on a cold day, and that just vents straight up out of the roof. The roofing material is just about the only thing I paid for beside the Timberlock screws, and those are 1x10s as the actual roofing material. And then this peak, let me see if I can see on this side, is actually notched into that. And don't worry about that hole, that's where I ran in some wiring for my lights, because I had a solar panel right outside, and I ran wiring with a big LED light right here that I just don't have up right now because I have it in my garage. So here's the back wall, and I just use all of these cast iron pans as thermal heat, you know, to hold the heat that comes off the wood stove. And on the left side here, I have my easel. That's where I set up to paint a lot of my small paintings. And I did have, if you saw before, I did have the room loaded with my paintings, but it was getting really cold out, and I wanted to bring them inside because I don't heat this place 24/7. I only come out here every now and then to paint and get away. So I really wanted to build this studio to feel like I'm, you know, immersed in nature. I have a studio in the house, but I do a lot of my big paintings in there, but you know, there's always distractions when you're home. So sometimes when I feel like I need to buckle down and get away, feel like I'm in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, and that's when inspiration can really hit, you know? I'm especially looking outside today, you know? You have all these snow shadows. You've probably seen that quite a bit in my paintings. And just a nice sunny day in the snow. And coming out here to the cabin is just really inspiring. Makes me feel like kind of old times, you know? Didn't have internet, electronics. I don't have great service out here, so I kind of disconnect, come out here to the cabin and get some painting done, or even just hang out. I've had friends over back here. We have card nights in the cabin. So, well, thank you guys for joining, and hope you have a little idea of how exciting it can be to make your own space like this.